for years ago. My God. You ain't got to pay for it. You done already paid for it. I'm finished now. Get out of your seat and scream at somebody. Tell them the chariot is your sign. You cried for it years ago. You sold for it years ago. You're about to walk into a season that you already got the receipt for. I need 100 people who served with tears to open up your mouth and shout. I need the people who served through your depression. Open up your mouth and shout. Somebody who served even when you didn't feel it. Open up your mouth and shout. If you're faithful, I said if you're faithful, you'll be taken for granted. But I want you to walk over to somebody who's been faithful and tell them, I see you, I see you. And if it happens for anybody, it's going to happen for you. For them that sow in tears, they're going to reap in joy. Any day now, be not weary in well-doing. For in due season, I said, for in due season, you shall reap. If you faint not after you have suffered a while, he said, I'll establish you. Scream at somebody and tell them he's establishing me. He's establishing my ministry. He's establishing my marriage. He's establishing my finances. When the while is over, and I need you to tell your neighbor for all your years of serving, you're getting ready to get a payoff. I'm about to walk into something that the church can't write a check for. I'm about to walk into something that my enemies can't stop. I'm about to walk into something that I paid for in tears. That's why I declare to somebody, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the works of the Lord. Knowing this, scream at somebody, tell them I already know this, that my labor is not in vain. Grab your neighbor and I want you to pull on them and tell them I see you in the future, so you better not die in the present. Live, prophet. The chariot is coming. Live, prophet. The chariot is coming. Live, prophet. That whirlwind is not for you. The chariot is for you. It's your sign. I'm not a false prophet, so don't you be a false receiver. I want you to prophesy to somebody and tell them you paid for it in tears, but it's coming back in currency. If the pain of your last season came back to you in the form of a check, how much would that check be? And somebody needs to praise him, because God says, I'm going to give you more than money. I'm going to give you joy unspeakable. Full of glory. I need somebody to help me tell somebody, God is about to make it up to you. Everybody else walked away, but you stood. God is going to make it up to you. When you could have got even, you held your peace. God is going to make it up to you. You sowed when you feel like you didn't have it to sow. God is going to make it up to you. You were there for people who didn't have the capacity to be there for you. But God says, I'm going to make it up to you. You sowed in one place, but you're about to reap in another. God said, I'm getting ready to send people into your life that's going to honor you, that's going to make up for the dishonor, were faithful to others, and God says, I'm sending faithfulness to you. You were loyal to others, and he says, I'm sending loyalty back unto you. I need to make an announcement because some of y'all, it's traumatic to hear the promise. It's traumatic to hear the prophecy. So with this prophecy, I need to give you good news. Hey, y'all, the Egyptians you saw today, you will see no more. Will you wrap your arms around somebody and tell them you'll never have to repeat that again? Come on, tell somebody you'll never have to repeat that again. That season you came out of, I'm not telling you you won't have a challenge, but you'll never. This ain't for everybody, but for everybody who stayed, shout now. For everybody who stayed.